Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Brad again from seekfitlife.tv. I'm documenting my journey for the world titles as a fitness competitor, which is coming up end of June 2016 and currently 1st of May 2017. And I am 6 days out from stepping on the stage to my very next fitness competition, literally 6 days from when I film this right now. So yes, I shot a video just before, same t-shirt, right? I love this t-shirt, it's one of my favorites. Doesn't get washed very often, but that's the truth. Anyway, I'm sure you feel the same way. If you've got a t-shirt or whatever that you like, you wear it all the time. So yeah, thought I'd put that out there. So I want to talk about Sunday. I want to talk about yesterday and how yesterday I did a group posing class with some of the guys that I'll be competing with on the stage this coming Sunday. And so there were bodybuilder guys there were physique guys there, so different categories. So we've got bodybuilding, physique, which is the next one down. Then we have fitness, which is for guys like me, right? So down the bottom of the food chain. So I was not competing. So yeah, I saw some of the other fitness guys there that I'll be up against and competing with. And it's funny because when you go to these events, when you go to these sessions, these workshops, it's always like everyone's looking at each other's physiques and like eyeing each other off. It's like, and just to see, look, it's a sport. You're always doing this. You're always comparing yourself in a way where, if you want to see if you have weaknesses and if they can, whatever. So this kind of thing goes on. And as I said, but I don't spend a lot of time doing that. I don't spend a lot of time comparing myself to anybody. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But I spend 10, 15, 20 minutes. I have a look. I see what my competition is. And then in my mind, I know what I'm up against. So I feel pretty confident, I feel very confident actually about my conditioning, about my posing performance, because I was watching the other guys and their posing. And I can't do the physique poses like the double bicep front and back and the side chest. I can't really do those poses, but it doesn't matter because I'm not doing physique. I'm not doing bodybuilding. It doesn't matter. I'm only doing fitness. So fitness is just the 4 quarter turns and the ab pose and then the half turn front and back, and that's it. If you're not sure what that means, I actually go through and I explain each of the turns and that kind of stuff in another previous video. So I won't explain it now. I'm kind of tied into this microphone. Plus, I don't have much room to demonstrate it, but it's actually very straightforward. I'm very confident with the fitness model posing requirements. So you got the front, you got the 4 quarter turns and things I've just mentioned. And so I'm really good at that. And there were guys that were leaner than me yesterday and they didn't know which way to even turn. And that's just that's out. You're finished. There's no chance for you. I'm serious. You can have the best physique. You can be well conditioned, but if you can't pose properly, if you can't do proper transitions, then you can't really bring out that physique. You can't really demonstrate all that hard work you put into your physique. And so a lot of guys, they spend months prepping and then they get on stage and they just completely, it just turns to shit. It's really bad. It doesn't look good. They don't pose well. They're not confident, whatever, right? And so unfortunately they lose points or they don't place. And it happens a lot, And I think a lot of guys, they downplay the importance of proper posing. They think, I've got the physique, I've got the biceps, I've got the triceps, I've got this and that. And then they leave the posing to the last minute. And the problem with that is, posing, Arnold Schwarzenegger would always pose, if you read his book, he always would do his training session and then he would practice his posing straight after. And he said, the posing in his book, the posing was just as important as the training session itself. And this is coming from, one of the most famous bodybuilders that ever lived. And so for me, I take posing just as serious as my training. And I think that's why I feel confident, with my posing. And that's not being cocky. That's because I practice a lot. I do practice my posing a lot. And so yesterday I felt really good after the session. I knew what I was up against. So what I'll do, I'll throw up a photo. That was a group photo that was taken of myself on the far right-hand side of that photo. And actually yesterday was, that photo was taken after all those pancakes. Well, I had a big stack of pancakes. I think I mentioned that in the previous video. And I had a latte, and I had some carbs as well as part of my refeed. And so I look a little bit soft in that photo, and some rubbish in my pocket there. And yeah, so I'm on the far right hand side of that. But it was a great session. And so what I'll do is I'm going to flick over to some video that I took when I was out there before I walked into the session. So I'll flick over to that video right now. It is the 30th of April 2017. I'm actually just outside of the Spartan gym, actually. And I'm literally just in peak week right now. So I'm 7 days away from stepping on the stage. And I'm super pumped about that, actually. I had a refeed yesterday, which meant went to Babu Burger, and I had a beef burger with like jalapenos, and that was really good. Just a really good dietary break from everything, and met up with a girl that we were sort of seeing each other for like 4 dates. We had a chat, and yeah, it didn't work out, so we had a chat about that. And I'll talk more about that in another video, actually. And so after seeing her, I kind of felt a little bit of closure there, and meant that I could just kind of get on with my training and focus more on my competition, which is literally 7 days from now. And yeah, so I had Babu Burger last night. I might even throw a photo or two up on your screen right now so you can see it. And and then before that I had, actually after that I had more rice and the turkey as well. So that was I saw my coach yesterday, and she insisted that I have a big refeed yesterday, which is what I did. So so 7 days from stepping on the stage. I'm super pumped about that. And yeah, I'm jumping around a little bit. So what else is there? And I'm actually just about to start a group posing session with Vicky. It's going to be the last posing session that we do before the competition. So most of the guys should be here, and the ladies are inside at the moment doing their thing. And yeah, I had a training session this morning, and it was actually one of the best training sessions that I've done in probably about 3 weeks. I think having the refeed actually helped me a lot, and also the girl issue, the being preoccupied with the girl for about 3 weeks, has impacted my training. So this is why you don't date when you're doing contest prep. So yeah, I trained this morning. So today's Sunday. I got up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I trained for about an hour or so, and it was one of the best training sessions I've done in a long time. So yeah, and I did a shave down in the shower before, like I completely shaved the top half of my body is completely shaved. And yeah, so I'm going to continue this later on. Sorry that I'm jumping around a bit. I just have so much going through my head right now, and I'll speak to you soon. So that's it, guys. That was my posing session, $20, and that was it. Last thing I want to talk about is how I had a blood test. I had a blood test this morning, went to pathology. I think I'll probably throw this photo up on your screen right now so you can see me there. I'll put that on Instagram stories, right? And you're thinking, like, why are you getting blood tests done? And I'm like, well, because, to be honest with you, a lot of people will say to me that what I'm doing is unhealthy, and that I'm destroying my immune system, and that it's affecting my health and everything else. And for quite a long time, I've actually ignored everybody. I'm like, get effed. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Like, I feel great. That's all that matters. I mean, I'm tired sometimes, and you've gotten that vibe from the videos. There are times when I am fatigued because I'm training a lot, because I am dieting quite differently to how most people would. Everything's controlled and measured and weighed and portioned, and then I have, every now and again, I have a fucking blowout and go, fuck this, I'm going to have ice cream, whatever, I'm going to have brownies, and it's not part of the plan. So over months and months and months of like this comp prep, I wanted to go in to get a blood test and just to see where my vitamin D, B12, my kidney and liver function test, my thyroid function, like just check my thyroids, my kidneys, check my organs, and check my immune system, and those kinds of things. And I would just want to, for the record, say, hey guys, I've been dieting like this, I've been training like this, and for me personally, this is what the blood test has said. So I don't know what the blood test is going to say. I don't know. I haven't got the results yet. So I went in this morning, and I had that blood test this morning, and then I'm going to wait for the results. And when they come out, I'll do a video and I'll talk about and share those results with you. So it'd be very interesting to find out what those results are. So that was this morning. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. You're rock stars out there. Subscribe if you haven't already, and just if you have any questions, leave them below. I am 6 days out from stepping on stage for my very next fitness competition, and I feel I actually, interestingly enough, got more energy now than what I did in the last 3 weeks. And I think because of the girl and those issues and stuff like that, it's all sort of come to an end, and it's kind of liberated me a lot. So thanks very much for your support. I appreciate it, and I'll speak to you very soon. Cheers.